It actually takes a lot to get this to work. And I'm going to show you what I have to do to this item to actually fix it and get it into working condition. Because it was crazy. Normally, I do not talk smack about how things are packaged and how people do their jobs. This was $4.99. It is new, and when you see the front, you'll understand what I mean. I don't know if Target did this bad packaging or if it was Goodwill. Okay, when you package something and you're gonna tape it in the box, you don't tape the graphics and the paper with the tape, because you'll rip off the image, and that's all they did across the front. This is not what you do. You take the Ziploc bag, you put everything safe in the Ziploc bag, and then you tape it. Then you tape it. Bad job, because the stickers have been taped in with tape. The instructions, which I won't be able to use because that will rip off. I think maybe the tape will work. And the actual product, which is also a graphic, and I don't know how much is going to rip off, but I thought it would be an entertaining video to find out. And so, yeah. So I'm just going to try to get into this package. I did buy this item with it that day. That was used. This is supposedly new. I'm going to wait until another video to go through that because it's got a lot of the products in it. So instead of an opening, I'm going to do science experiments with that science kit. So, let's see. Oh my gosh, why? And like I said, it's definitely tearing off the entire face. Oh, and it ripped it in half. I need scissors. It ripped the instruction booklet in half. This is when you know retail is not for you. But how am I going to get the stickers out? Even if it comes off, this is all stuck to here. Okay. Well, there are some more stickers underneath. I don't know if I can get them out without ripping everything else off. And they could at least have just put the stickers inside the pamphlet and then taped it up, because you can cut out the pamphlet, but you can't. Oh my gosh. One set of stickers not destroyed. What is this? Okay, I'm feeling that this is important and it's completely tearing apart. I forgot to take a picture of how badly that was done. UV light located inside the journal. I'm still trying to salvage this poor sticker. Oh no, the sticker's coming off. Oh, it's ripping. I just really like that one. And it's sticking to the tape. So when I'm trying to tear it off here, the sticker is coming off with the tape. So when I'm trying to tear it off here, the sticker is coming off with the tape. Oh. Can't beat them, cut them out. So if it has a 99 after it in the store I bought it, that means they bought it from a store that packaged it badly when they had an accident. Why things end up in clearance. So, okay. I have the instructions, I think, on how to use the UV light pen. If that's in here, I don't know. I've opened things before and half the items were missing, so but I knew the bulk of the item was in here. Gotta get some batteries out. Open this. Should be a latch. Okay, I think I have to put batteries in it before it will open. Wait, the pen and the stuff is in here. I'm just taking the panel out, the one panel that houses the battery. I think these are AA's, they are. And I'm just going to have to go get some batteries and then test this out. So I go find these. And I have no idea if this is going to work or not. I hope it does. I hate to waste my money, and they don't take new things back as returns either. But you know, they really should see if they work before they sell them, even if they're new. What are you supposed to do? I mean, how are you supposed to open it still? Will you open? You're talking to me.
That was a super fun session, right? Like you almost don't want it to end or anything. Okay, sorry. Bye-bye, Bessie.
The paperclip doesn't work either. And that is what they tell you to use in the instructions. I tried the broken pen and then I tried this paperclip. So I'm going to have to take this completely apart to get it to work. I'm taking all the screws out. They're all in the back. There is a lot of them. And you do need to take out pretty much almost every screw to open it. And once it is open, I'm going to be putting tape over that latch so it will never completely shut. But the hardest part of this process wasn't taking it apart or getting it apart. It was putting it back together because it was hard to line up the book correctly. I did eventually get this completely lined up, and each screw did go back in its original place, and no, I did not have any left over. I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So, for the recap, I bought this at Goodwill, supposedly new, but was not new. It was a return because they tried to force us open because they didn't read the instructions on how it operated, and because they did that, they actually broke it. So, you know, read your instructions, please. You don't want to pay $20 for something and then have to return it. And I do believe they kept the spy pen, which is just wrong because it's not in the package. But this opens now. And that noise was just from this.
Oh, all done. That was a super fun session, right? Like you almost don't want it to end or anything. Okay, alright. Bye-bye, Bessie.
So it still talks, but that's all it says because now this is too small for my device, I think. You have to have a smartphone, and I do not.
Mission complete. Flawlessly handled, Agent.
Technically, it's partially operational, but they basically stole the pen because it's not in this thing. Oh, I talked smack for no reason. They didn't. Wait, then what goes here? Okay, they did take something out of it, but I don't know what. This is a UV light to see the pen. They took the pen, but not the UV light to see the images. Why? Because it would be right here. So they obviously did eventually pry it open, which is why it wouldn't open on its own, because they broke it, but kept the UV light pen, which that I can buy. Those are spy pens. I'm sure for a couple bucks I can buy a spy pen. So what you do is you'll write your stuff here and then it will say it. You can download the app on your smartphone. I don't have one. My phone is dumb. Real dumb. And I don't use it because the battery kept dying. And then when I couldn't find it, so my service plan ran out because you have to add your minutes onto your phone, and I could not. So that was rattling around. The UV light, which actually I have a UV light that's a lot better than this one. But you store your UV light in here. You're supposed to store the pen. So they eventually did break it and pry it open, but still then took it back and kept the pen. Because that's the only way they would have gotten the pen out is actually opening it. Cool. Yeah, that's what they took. So I did fix it. It does open now. It just will not open with the bracelet because they broke it. You can see where there's pry marks on it and pry marks on there. No, if you can see that, because it's a little dark in here. You can see it better on here, but you can't because I have tape over it. But believe me, there's pry marks on here. And yeah, they broke it and then stole the pen and then returned it to Target, and then they couldn't sell it, so they sold it to Goodwill because Goodwill does actually buy these things that are new. And then I had to completely take it apart to fix it. So yeah, be careful when you're buying new products, even at Goodwill. I have told you this before when I bought that one set of Legos at Goodwill, and it was broken. But this is operational now. Now, I'm actually going to review this as if it was actual operational, and the stickers didn't have to be cut out by hand because someone just didn't do their job right. So for like the concept, I think it's really awesome. I think it's such a cute concept, but for how they executed, it's a flop. Because you have to have a smartphone, and not every child or teen is going to have access to a smartphone, so it really does limit how many people can actually use it. It would have been a lot better if they made the space more like 6 or 7 inches so you could use a child's tablet. The app is not available on Kindle, so that also X's out all Kindle users. It's only available on iOS and Google Play Store, and I really wasn't that impressed with the app itself. The item itself is cute, but I don't think you're going to learn enough from it to make it worth the $20 that it would have been bought new, but it is an adorable concept.